Hello, I'm Renee Langbart. I am the director of the Clay Center Area Chamber of Commerce, and I have some very special guests with me today. We are joined by Edith Sorensen. She is the director, the instructor, the leader of Project Lead.
Yes.
So I'm very excited to have you here. Edith, why don't you start off with telling us more about what your role is, and for those that don't know what Project Lead is, what exactly Project Lead is.
Project Lead is a grant-funded after-school program at Lincoln and Garfield that also has a summer school piece. My official title is Program Director, and I just try to keep everything running between Lincoln and Garfield and all the paperwork going back and forth to not only the district, but also the state and all those types of things.
Okay. So all the kids from kindergarten, is that correct?
Yes.
All the way up until 5th grade?
K through 5, yes.
K through 5, okay. So what time frame does Project Lead operate?
We meet every day after school until 5:30, with a very few exceptions. On early release Fridays, we meet from 1 o'clock until 5:30. And since we have more time, we tend to go on field trips and those types of things.
Sure.
We don't meet if the superintendent closes either school or after school programs due to weather. And then we don't meet on the very last day of school.
Okay. So Project Lead, obviously, we're here today. It also falls into the summer months. Is it
Yes.
only for June? Is that correct?
It's only for June, yes.
Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong, but this somehow replaces traditional summer school. Is that correct?
I know the district used to have a traditional summer school, if you will, and that has gone away. Project Lead we started 5 years ago, and we've just, according to our grant, we have to have summer school. So we do offer, it's more of an enrichment type experience than a remedial academic experience, but it's open to everybody, K through 5.
Okay. So do they meet all day?
No, this year we're meeting in the afternoons. The kids are at school from 12:30 until 4.
Okay.
And this is the first time we've done it in the afternoons. We used to do it in the mornings, and we thought we'd just change things up a little bit and see what happened if we met in the afternoons.
So do you think that that was a good thing to meet in the afternoons? Have you had better response?
Our enrollment is about the same as it has been, but it did allow us to make a trip to the pool yesterday.
That's great. Very good. Well, I know that there's a lot of kids around town that are excited about Project Lead, and I think it's a fantastic program. We've had the opportunity to meet with you on one of the weeks at our chamber coffee, and we got to hear a little bit about what you were doing that specific week. And with that, I'm going to introduce you to two very special young ladies. And girls, why don't you tell us what your names are and what grade you're in?
My name is Annie, and I'm going to 3rd grade.
Okay.
My name is Aisel Dinus, and I'm going to be in 3rd grade in the fall.
Okay. So you've been in Project Lead for the summer for how many years now?
This is my 3rd year.
Yep.
It was your 3rd year? And yours too? Is that
Yes,
right?
this is also my 3rd year.
Your 3rd year. Okay. So can you tell us a little bit about why you like Project Lead?
Because it's fun, and we get to we get to do a lot of things, and we learn a lot.
Sure.
I like Project Lead because you can have experiences and get to know new kids.
Very good. So do you guys go to Project Lead during the school year?
Yes.
Yes. Very good.
I go to Project Lead usually on early release Fridays.
Okay. Very good. So you girls are going to talk to me about 2 special weeks for Project Lead from this month for the summer. We're going to talk about Water Week, is that right? Mm-hmm. And then we're also going to talk about the theater program, okay? Mm-hmm. So let's start with the theater program. How does that sound? So this year, Missoula Children's Theater, it's a traveling theater, and this is the 3rd year that they have come to Clay Center, and that alone is a huge opportunity for these kids. It is massive that this grant is able to bring a program like the Missoula Children's Theater to Clay Center. The program that they do is mind-boggling with the amount of time that they have. It is a full production theater experience for these children. I know I'm impressed every time I watch them. I missed the first year, but it is absolutely amazing. Last year I saw The Wiz of the West, and then this year, can you girls tell us what the program was?
Peter and
Wendy.
Wendy.
Peter and Wendy. And I also like that the Missoula Children's Theater, they seem to follow the trends culturally, because The Wiz of the West was a big deal, or The Wizard of Oz, if you will, was a big deal last year. I saw a live production on that. And then again this year, Peter Pan was on one of the networks. And so it's kind of fun that the kids get to follow those cultural advances. Okay, so you both were in the play, correct? So tell me what your roles were in the play.
I was a Neverlander.
Okay, you were a Neverlander. And you, honey?
I was a pirate.
Okay, so tell me each what you loved about being in the theater experience. Like, were you scared? Did that, like, scare you? Or did you get excited about being in front of all those people? Or did you feel stronger about yourself that you could get up there and do something like that?
It was exciting.
It was exciting.
I kind of feel emotional because you get to see how many people come and get to see the smiles on their faces.
I mean, do you know that, like, you're awesome that you do that? Because there's a lot of adults that could not do that. And we get anxiety about talking in front of people, and you guys were up there dancing and singing and doing all of these amazing things in front of all these adults. You guys are pretty impressive, if you ask me. I think it's pretty cool that you guys do all that. So what was your favorite thing about being in the play this year?
I liked when we got to practice, because you got to go alone and you just got to practice with your whole group and see what you had to do, and it was fun.
Very good.
I like being a pilot because you came out a lot and you got more experience.
Well, good. So are you guys going to do it next year?
Yeah.
I hope so. I bet you guys will be awesome. So tell me about Water Week. What's Water Week?
Water Week is where we learn about oceans and we play with a lot of water.
Okay. So what was the best thing about Water Week so
You get-
far? Because we're in Water Week,
We're in
right?
Water Week,
Yeah.
yes.
So far, what's been the best thing about Water Week?
You get really messy.
You get really messy. Very good.
I liked yesterday when we went to the pool.
You went to the pool. So what did you get to do at the pool? Just swim with your friends, or?
Yeah.
That's fun. I guess Water Week is a good thing to have when it's like 100 degrees out, huh? You can stay cool. So is there anything that you've really learned from Water Week? Because you said you talked about oceans. So what was something that you learned that you didn't know about water?
That some people can go actually underwater and film what's under there.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
I learned, I saw a lot of I learned about all the fish, under the water, and saw really cool ones.
Very good. That sounds exciting. I wish there was Project Lead for adults.
You're welcome to come and help anytime you want. Today's
That's a
Sponges
good-
Day.
That's a good point. I know that this is a program that is grant funded,
Yes.
and I'm sure that any volunteer help is greatly appreciated.
We have never told anybody no that says I would love to come and help.
Yes, very much so. I think that when you are with kids and in a volunteer setting, and to me, I don't think there's any way to have a richer experience than when you're with.
And we have a lot of fun
I'm
at
sure.
Project Lead. We really do.
Yep.
During the school year and during summer school.
Yep, it's such a fantastic program, and the way that you give back to the kids and love them is remarkable.
And, well, they're awesome.
I know. I've said this so many times that the teachers in this district blow my mind on a continual basis.
Thank you.
And usually I end up bawling my eyes out at the end of every school year because I just love what the teachers do for the children here. So, okay, girls, well, we are so glad that you guys got to come and talk with us, and I'm excited to hear more about more Project Lead from you girls, okay? Thanks, you girls.
Thank you for having us.
Hi, I'm Dennis Weiss for Eagle Communications. Welcome to our town. That's my town and your town. We put things about us, our town, on TV for you to see, understand, and enjoy. And we talk about where we live, what's going on, what can be learned, and what you can do to make all things better right here in our town. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
Hello again. We are now joined by two more great kids from Clay County, and welcome, guys. I'm going to start with, why don't you tell us your name and what grade you're going to go into, and anything else that you just want to share with us.
My name is Damian Tremblay. I am going into 5th grade, and I am really good with animals.
Very good.
My name is Gabriel Tremblay. I'm going to the 3rd grade. I like to play Plants vs. Zombies.
Okay, very good. So you guys are in Project Lead
Yes.
with Mrs. Sorensen, and how many years have you been coming to Project Lead? This your first year, or have you gone
Summer
before?
school would be 1, and
Okay,
during the year would be 2.
okay, very good. So you guys like Project Lead a lot?
Yes.
It's a lot of fun?
Yes.
Very good. So we are going to talk about something that's very important to me, and I'm very glad that you guys incorporated this into Project Lead, but we're going to talk about Entrepreneurship Week, okay?
Yep.
So do you guys know what an entrepreneur is? Did you learn about that?
It's a type of it's a job.
It's a job, but it's more about a mindset, right? It's more about the way you look at becoming a boss, if you will, right? Or creating a job, right? So what is one thing that you learned during Entrepreneurship Week that you didn't realize about entrepreneurs?
Well, I didn't know that it was so hard trying to keep track of every little thing that was happening, and it all happens at the same time.
It does happen all at the same time. What did you learn?
That working together is the best. Trying to cooperate with each other to make the lemonade.
Very good. Okay, so you said something about lemonade. So let's talk about what you guys became entrepreneurs of. Okay, so what was your project for Entrepreneur Week? What was the point?
We were doing lemonade stands to raise money to buy supplies for the animal shelter.
Okay, so you had to come up with the idea of how to put a lemonade stand together, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me how you guys came about with those steps. How did you decide how to make the lemonade stand, what kind of lemonade to serve, why to do the lemonade stand, and why you chose the animal shelter?
We chose the animal shelter because it was a new building and it wasn't fully developed yet, and it needed probably more supplies to help take care of stray animals.
Okay, so did you guys collectively talk together and decide which organization to raise money for?
Yes.
Okay, so everybody thought that that was the best
Yes.
Yes.
choice. Okay, so then what did you do to make the lemonade stand happen?
Well, we talked about it, and then we had to decide on a name of the lemonade stand.
What was the name?
There was 2, Lemon Shock and Crazy Cat,
Okay, so why was there 2?
because there was so many people that I think that one group with a bunch of people would just be too crazy.
Okay, so somebody made the wise decision that you would actually possibly lose money if you all did one, correct?
Yes.
And you could potentially make more money by separating the 2.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
So tell me what kind of lemonade you served.
We served regular, blackberry, and strawberry.
Okay, so one lemonade stand had one flavor, is that correct? And then the other lemonade stand had the other flavor.
Yeah.
Okay, was there a competition between you guys?
No.
No, there wasn't any reason why one served one flavor and one served the other flavor?
No.
No, okay. So did one lemonade stand make more money than the other lemonade stand?
Yes.
Okay, why do you think that was?
Because I think it was more of a known flavor, and people probably liked that more than they liked what the other one was.
So which flavor was the more popular one?
Probably
The
strawberry.
strawberry? Mm-hmm. So you found that one was easier to sell because it was, in business we say, more marketable.
Yes.
and it is something that is more recognized and it's not as intimidating. And if you probably would have gone about it differently with the Blackberry because it was unknown, you probably could have gotten a whole nother bunch of people because a lot of it with marketing and a lot of it with business is what the demand is, the supply and demand. Did you talk about supply and demand at all?
No, but we learned about that in social studies.
In social studies, so you know what I'm talking about, don't
Yeah.
you? Yes. It is very important, and I think it's remarkable that you guys noticed which flavor did better than the other flavor. That's very smart. Very, very smart. So, what do you think the challenges were setting up this lemonade stand? Because you basically started your own business, and that's what entrepreneurs do. That's what you did. You started your own business. You said, it's hot out. It's going to be a lot of people downtown for Third Thursday. We're going to sell lemonade, and this is why we're going to sell lemonade, because the animal shelter needs money to buy supplies. And so we're going to give people what they want, the supply and demand thing. It's hot, we're thirsty, lemonade quenches our thirst, and so we're going to set this up. So once you have that idea formed, what were some of the challenges that you guys had, or the problems that you had, or struggles once you needed to get going?
Probably organization.
Organization, because you had a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Yep, and that's why you decided to split the group.
Yep.
Correct.
Communicating.
And what, honey?
Communicating.
And communicating. You guys are so brilliant. So how did those challenges or problems get fixed?
The organization got fixed when the two groups were split apart,
Okay.
and that when we set up the lemonade stand, they all didn't come at the same time.
Right. So you were able to manage the chaos by breaking into two groups. And not only did you manage the chaos and communicate better, but you most likely doubled your profit by doing that.
Yes.
So did you guys recognize that at the end of the lemonade stand?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Okay, I'm very impressed with you two guys. So what was your favorite thing about the lemonade stand?
My favorite thing probably was figuring out a logo.
Okay, so you like the graphic design part of the whole process.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, what was your favorite?
Taste testing.
Taste testing. There always has to be someone that tastes things and says it tastes good or it tastes bad. That's a big part because you can't sell it if it tastes bad, right? You want people to keep coming back, right?
Yeah.
That's very, very good. So, if you were to make another lemonade stand next year, okay, what would you do differently?
Probably a bigger table.
A bigger table, okay. And why is that?
Because it was like a small table and there was a jug on it, and there was so much supplies on the table, it kind of got overloaded.
Okay, very good. All right. Well, I can tell you I've immensely enjoyed talking to all of you guys, you two gentlemen, and then the two girls that were before you. I think Project Lead is just a fantastic thing that we have here in Clay County. It's such a wonderful blessing that our kids get to have access to something like this. And I wish you guys all the luck. I hope that the rest of your summer is a blast, because school will be here before you know it, and this mom can't wait. So thanks, guys, for coming and talking to me, and thanks, Ms. Sorensen, for all the work you do and for coming in and sharing with us about Project Lead.
Thanks
So,
for having us.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. And thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.